Hello everyone, welcome to Adult Coaching. This is Krishna Singh Bundela, and in macroeconomics, classical versus Keynes English, this is part 7, in which we are going to discuss about income and expenditure determination. Actually, this was a video being made by me in Hindi, and I tried it to convert it or dub it in English. So it might be disturbing a bit, but it's clear and you can take benefit out of it. And if you want to take complete benefit, you have to see videos from part 1. So now this is a diagram in which the horizontal line resembles income and this vertical line is resembling consumption, saving, investment and expenditure. This slope is resembling where income is equal to expenditure. So here income is equal to expenditure, that means the income which has been given by the government is being entirely used or consumed. For example, this is a line which is showing the consumption slope. As income increases, consumption also increases, but increases with less speed. Means it is increasing not steeply as income is increasing. You might have studied about the propensity to consume and propensity to save, in which I have explained you about how the consumption behaves when income is given to a person. He does not consume entirely. If your income is being increased also, he consumes with a less speed than the income provided to that person. Now this line of consumption cuts this y equal to E at point known as Q. This is the equilibrium point where income is equivalent to consumption. Now this is a point here where we have to do consumption, but we don't have that amount of money to consume, means our income is less. This is a small income, and because we have to consume such a big thing. So in this condition, when the income is less, we have to survive also. So this is the area which is known as negative saving. And here where you can see this big line, here the income is at the higher level and the consumption is lower level. So means you can save more. Income is more than consumption. Here you can see that the consumption level is more and income is less. We can color it into yellow. So this area is known as negative saving, and here it is known as positive savings. So we can write it negative and positive savings. Means here we are able to save more and here we are not able to save more. In fact, we are borrowing money. So equilibrium point is the point where entire income is being consumed. Now suppose government wants us not to save more and consume more. So how this consumption is being increased? And for this, income has to be risen so that our consumption is reduced. So government will increase the income in terms of investment here. For this level of income, what government had to do? This line has to be cut from this point, but this line cannot go like this. That is not the behavior. It cannot go steep. That will not be provided because people will not behave in that steep manner to consume. So now what to do? So government wants at this point Q dash, where they want their planned income should be equal to expenditure. So for this they have to rise the income level of people from here to here. Now they will increase from this plant C to this plant I. Means this is investment, plant I. Government will be investing in dams, projects, metros, stations, anything which is increasing the employment, increasing the utilities of demands of concrete, cement, etc. So in this way, the entire gap of this investment could be brought by government by investing, and by this the consumption level increases. At the same slope you can have higher level of consumption, and means the level has been risen. Gap you are seeing between this is investment done by government. Government has risen it from here to here. Now our new consumption is this, means we are consuming this much and saving only this much. Savings are now less and consumption is more. So in two ways government or economy can analyze the situation of income, how is to be done according to consumption or according to saving. If we are consuming more, then our savings will be less, and if we are saving more, then our consumption will be less, vice versa. So these two factors shows the same thing, same scenario in two different perspectives according to consumption and saving. If we want our consumption to be increased, we will increase the investment, okay, and if we want our saving to be increased, then we will lower down the investment, we will try to disinvest. So the income is being determined by government, okay, and government had to take it from here to here. It can take it to here also, but it had to invest this much. That will be more. This is much more, and this risk is not being taken by government because they think now, for now, this investment is okay, and according to saving, they have planned this to invest so that this graph can come here and people start saving less and consuming more. If they go much more higher, then the level of saving could have very much less and consumption could have increased more. But for that, government had to do a lot of investment and they don't want to take risk this much. Okay, so government took this much of risk to invest, and then they can increase also to up to here also. Gradually they can increase the investment. That can help them to keep the income level what they want. But if we want to come on employment, if we want to determine the employment, see, if we have to determine employment or income, both are the faces of the same coin. Because if we are determining the income, indirectly we are increasing the demands and all those things which is increasing the employment. So we can determine the employment on the basis of what the income is. So let us see it with the employment perspective also. Suppose we have taken this diagram where we have taken employment on the horizontal, and on the vertical we have taken expected receipts. Suppose this is the demand graph. We are naming it as ADF, average demand function, and this is our supply function, that is average supply function. Means this is the supply which is available in the market in respect to that demand which is available, and E is the equilibrium position. Means if demand is being supplied, then this is the full employment condition, and we are naming it as N. ON is full employment, and O and 1 is we are having that situation where demand is more and supply is less. That is the condition of unemployment, because we are not able to supply. That means that there is a demand of 5,000 laborers, but we cannot supply it. We are not able to supply it because we don't have that capacity. That is the main reason. So this is the condition. We can say that it is underemployment, when demand is more and supply is less. So at E point we are having full employment. So this is the point where demand and supply could meet and they can equalize each other, so that there is a condition of full employment. But Keynes has rejected this, because he said that at this point there may be many people who don't want to work. They are not willing to work. They might be sitting at home. They are not willing. They are not able. If you might have heard about it in my first or second videos, where I have said that classicals also depicted this in the same manner, that if people are not willing, not able to work, that is not the situation of unemployment, because they are willingly not employing themselves. Maybe the level is not there, the salary is not there up to that level, but the result is they don't want to work. So now the responsibility is to give employment to those people also. How to bring them to market so that we can bring real full employment. Suppose this is that level where that full employment could come. That means we have to supply more. Where demand is less and supply is more, means we have to bring our workers to this level. We have to employ more and more people, and still the demand is less. But we have to increase it, because we want our unwilling or enabled people also to take part into employment. And for that, what government had to do? They had to bring the demand curve to this point. This is the new demand curve. Average demand function, ADF dash. We are pointing it as such. Okay. And this gap, you are watching it between green and yellow line. This is known as investment. This is government's investment complete. What it is doing, it increasing the range of that graph of demand curve, and here demand is equalizing supply and getting full employment position here. So according to Keynes, both situation can be achieved how? By investment. Government invests and that will increase the income and also the employment. Thank you.